Running some Jarvan with Smite.
Go marketing team.
Go marketing team. So, we're waiting for the last few seconds to tick down. He's going to go ahead and choose not to lock in. Let us just time out on his own. That's fine. Not a big deal.
We're going to be rolling this one on Twisted Tree Line instead of Summoner's Rift this time. The last matches were between the IGN guys on Summoner's Rift, so we're going to do some fast 3v3s here. Like we said last time, Riot was able to pull it out with the 2 victories out of 3, and we're going to see if we can do that again. I think we're playing 3 matches, though, right?
I have no idea, actually, of the format. I was just told, hey, show up. And I'm like, okay.
All right, let's do it. I like that even better. So this is going to be our 3v3 Twisted Tree Line. The Rioters versus IGN. Thanks for these guys for hanging out with us and playing a few games today on the stream. So big props to them. And we are going to see Rumble, Jarvan, and Nidalee versus Rumble, Heimer, and somebody who feels like not connecting right now.
Yeah, but he'll show up in a little bit. It'll be fine.
Of course.
In the meantime, you should probably get a new computer. Dear IGN, upgrade the stuff in your offices. Okay. So, but yeah, we're waiting for the ever popular load screen. You know, got a little black box right there waiting for the last guy to join in. But going to be actually watching Pharaoh Pony's point of view. There we go. Singe the pickup. Okay, so Ghost Cleanse Singe.
Great 3v3.
Yeah, Singe quite the 3v3 champion. But yeah, we're going to be watching from Pharaoh Pony's point of view, so to see lots of Rumble all the time. And hopefully he won't feed. That'd be really good if he didn't feed.
That would be great.
I'm gonna really hope you don't, because I don't really want to cast a gray screen. Okay. I think the hardest part of casting is like there's a load screen. You're like, all right, so the bars are moving. It's going up to
kicking it up.
24% right there, 26% now for Singe, 27, 28, 29. It's gonna get 29. Oh, 30% now with the load bar. Singe, I gotta actually this mic right here. This is really exciting. Already up to 33%. They're running down there. Oh man, we have the complete load for Topster and the complete load for Heimer. They're both ready to go into the game, but we're still waiting on Singe. Rydog. He just gets in right there at 34%. That was amazing.
100%.
Wow. So let me get this back situated properly. Turn this one around. So cool. We can cast on like both screens. This is great. We got the stream up on one monitor and the game on the other. We can be like left or right. So Learner Harpoon first, though. Electro Harpoon, the taser shot he was talking about earlier. For those of you who are not familiar with Rumble, his very first, so his E spell, the third one, Electro Harpoon, you can see kind of the blue icon in the bottom middle. It sends out a skill shot nuke. A skill shot is a spell that you don't target to a person, you target to a location, and it hits whatever hits first. So what he does there is he shoots out a harpoon, and if it hits someone, it slows them, and it deals some damage. In the next few seconds, he can cast it again for free. So he gets basically 2 shots, and then it goes on cooldown. So you can shoot one off into the brush and shoot another one, whatever he feels like. Then it goes on cooldown, and the slows actually stack. So you hit someone twice, you slow them really, really heavily, or you miss one, or you hit 2 different targets, and you slow them both, a little bit. As you get the rest of his abilities, we'll call them out as well. And those of you who aren't really familiar with League of Legends, it is a team-based sort of action RPG type game. We call it a multiplayer online battle arena. You pick one of over 70 champions we have in the game, and after a little bit of time, minions spawn across the map, and they assault each other's bases. Yeah, hold on one second.
Just cutting out chat so you guys have a better view here. I'm going to get right back into the description. And go.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, you get the things fan. So we're killing chat just in case. Because we don't want to, IGN's going to whine about overpowered Rumble. And we don't, they got one too. It's their own fault. We're just, going for the less obscure view. But yeah, so it's a multiplayer online battle arena. You can see the minions down at the bottom of the map. These purple guys running towards the side. We can see the blue minions now meeting with them. So you have minions that spawn constantly for each team and just sort of butt heads, and they're just very anonymous AI controlled little minions who don't do too much. They do pretty good damage, but they're sort of mindless and they're free gold. But the goal of that is actually push for the enemy base. The actual goal of the game, much like assault-style maps, is to actually destroy the enemy base. And when you've destroyed all the base, you win the game. And you can start over, and and you basically play this arena over and over. And as you play, you level up your champion. You buy items, you learn skills, and you guys can just fight enemy champions with the goal of destroying the base. You get rid of the opponents, and of course, bases are easy to kill when they're undefended. So right now, he's actually doing a really good job last hitting minions, getting a bunch of gold. Leveling up there, he's going to get his second spell. He's going to get that in a Scrap Shield. So Scrap Shield, the second ability he's gotten, is It's a one click, but it's kind of a two-part ability. When he casts it, he jumps into the air real quick, and he gains a little bit of movement speed and a defense shield. Right there, he used it right there. You saw him floating a little bit in the air. He gains a shield that blocks a little bit of damage, and he gains a movement speed boost. So it basically allows him to run around the map really quickly, and especially with the Electro Harpoon, he can hit someone, slow him down, and then run and catch up to him while they're slowed and get right into melee range, which is going to be great for his third ability when he learns it, the Flamethrower, or as it's called in the ability description, the Flame Spitter. And he basically activates the flamethrower on his right arm, and it burns for about 3 seconds. And so you turn it on, and you just run in there into range, and you just melt everyone, quite literally, and do lots of damage that way. So right now he is actually laning, because of the 3v3 map, there are 2 lanes in the map. The minions spawn, and they go down one of 2 predestined paths. There's one up top, and one down at the bottom, which is where we are here. And with 2 lanes, 3 champions, of course, that means you double up at one point. So he is laning with Jarvan the Fourth against Heimerdinger and Sin. Dodging a couple of grenades right there from Heimerdinger. Incidentally, actually, if you're a really big lore fan, Rumble and Heimer actually have quite a bit of backstory, where really want to go into it as they're laning.
You don't have to tell
Rumble's a little bit upset by the fact that Heimerdinger gives away zonal technology for free, and he really thinks that he should be sort of holding it for his own people and holding it to himself, and so he's got a little bit of grudge to prove here. So there he's running in there with the Electro Harpoon, and there's a Flame Spitter as well, doing tons of damage to Heimerdinger, dropping him down below a quarter health, and is walking back out of range, no problem at all. That shield keeping him quite safe. But Heimerdinger has put down a couple of defensive turrets of his own, which really do hurt any chance of progression there. So far so good, putting on that shield again, and the Flame Spitter putting a little bit more damage on a Heimerdinger. Just, putting out the damage up as best he can, and gain levels over time, and he's done a pretty good job of that so far.
Yeah, this is really going to help him as even Jarvan goes into the jungle and starts getting his own minions. He's going to be able to level a little bit more over Singed and Heimerdinger, so that XP going to give him a little bit of an advantage here as he's around his tower. He can kind of set up for a gank. Looks like Jarvan's actually just going to come back in after getting some XP out in the jungle. And like you said before, once Heimer starts setting down those turrets, you're going to see the lane push a lot more. So there really isn't much chance for these guys to get a gank on. Right now, it's all about the minion farming. We're about 5 minutes into the game. Not too much has happened, and still first blood is yet to be spilled.
Yeah, so you can see Heimerdinger throwing a couple grenades right there on rockets, doing some sort of splash damage, but really, you can see Rumble's health quite full. Toaster a little bit low on Jarvan, but it's not a big deal. But you see these minions constantly getting pushed down to their large turret right here, and you can see it defends itself. It does shoot these big blue balls of energy that does quite a bit of damage, but they've got to be careful not to lose too much damage to this. The object of the game really is to kill these turrets and then the rest of the base. So this is actually, in the pure objective sense, working really well for IGN. But as they level up, they should be able to do better and better against these champions and sort of overpower the Heimerdinger turrets and just push down for some kills.
Yeah, it can really come down to late 3v3s, especially early, depending on who you're using. It's always the case, really, but with people like Heimerdinger, is really squishy, can get a lot of health late game, but if you shut him down early, his turrets aren't going to be able to do that much damage, and you can really just use them to your advantage and feeding later. Looks like a good amount of damage being done there by his E now, as he's given it another level on Rumble. So they're continuing to push the lane here. They've gotten Heimerdinger's turrets out, and they're continuing to farm quite quickly. Usually you can just go for the last hit on your minions to keep the lane where you want it. But there's a fling by Singed. Look like quite an initiation here. Rumble is going to go in, getting those harpoons to land, and the Flame Spitter will be doing enough damage, and the first blood is drawn by his creator. Rumble and Feral Pony getting the first blood on Twisted Treeline here in your Riders versus IGN matchup.
Yeah, great job right there. You saw that Heimerdinger is actually running out of mana. And then Feral Pony, once he saw that Toaster got flung by Singed, he knew he had a really good opening to dive in there. Jumped right in, used Ghost and Exhaust, the 2 summoner spells there, slowing down Heimerdinger quite a lot and giving himself a movement speed boost. And then using all 3 of his abilities, slowing him down with the Harpoon, putting on the Flame Spitter twice, and hasting himself with a shield, just jumped right in there, and Heimerdinger had no chance of escaping the entire fight. That went really, really well for him. So now Toaster picking up that lizard buff in the middle of the map. There are neutral monsters that spawn in this map. And when you kill them, they confer buffs and experience and gold to you. So Toaster right now on Jarvan is carrying the lizard buff. He's going to go back to base if he comes back. His attacks will slow and deal a lot of bonus damage every single time he hits an opponent. So he's going to be able to really, really dive with these champions and do lots of damage.
Looks like Nidalee harassing the Rumble up top a lot. You can see on the minimap that lane is quite pushed. They haven't done damage, but Nidalee definitely taking advantage of farming all of the creatures she can. She's kind of going into the jungle to get a little bit of extra XP. And very sustainable lane character. Nidalee can probably stay out there versus Rumble a long time, as well as him using his scrap shield to dodge all the spears.
Yeah, absolutely. Rumble's pretty sustaining because he can shield all that damage. As long as he stops the cooldown, it can really help him not get pushed out of lane. Unfortunately, of course, Nidalee can heal herself at whim. It does cost mana, so she can run out of mana. she can pretty much just sort of keep herself in lane just as Rumble can. But oh, that spear was close, almost killed someone. I was doing a bunch of damage up there. And yeah, we're gonna see him now loop around through the jungle, trying to get around behind Heimerdinger. Let's see if he can get this gank off properly. Oh, there we go. Seraph picking up that kill on the enemy Rumble. So Riot up 2-0 in kills so far. And he's now gotten in behind Heimerdinger. He should be able to push on with this. Let's see what they can do. Yes, Jarvan is pushing down, but oh no, he has not gotten in range for the harpoon. He will land one. Can he get the rest of the way in? No, he will get pushed back by the Heimerdinger rockets. He's going to have to just back off now and not get anything done. Nice try there on that gank, but either way, they do have some free minion kills down against themselves, and that should work quite well.
And it looks like we're about 8 minutes into the game. 2 kills already in favor of the Rioters. No turrets have been pushed, which is going to be nice. That's global money for the team, about 190 gold. Everybody's able to really take benefit from that, as well as controlling the buffs around the map. And so far, Riot has been doing that as well. They have been going for the big buff up top, the Dragon. That is the big one on this one, as it is the secondary on the Summoner's Rift. Right now, these matches going on. Twisted tree line. Looks like Rumble's going to have to back up here, as there are turrets in the bush. Great placement by Heimerdinger. That's really going to stop their push here, just offensively from the front. But they do have Seraph coming in from the backside. It looks like they have a ward in the bush. Seraph will still come out, and he gets focused to Singe. But they will try to get to Heimerdinger still. It looks like Rumble is on the chase. Jarvan stopping his own teammate from getting to Heimerdinger. And it looks like they will be able to get one kill. Singe going down. It is going to be Tobster coming up with a kill onto Singe, as they now onto the chase and in pursuit of Rumble as he W. Scrap Shields tries to get away, as we said. That is going to give him shield and a little bit of speed, so he will be able to break distance between these two. And now it is a game of cat and mouse around the jungle of who will be able to find the next. A great job avoiding that ultimate coming out of there. I believe it's
the Equalizer.
The Equalizer, yes it is. And he was able to dodge it as he gets away. There's another W as he gets safely by his turret, trying to get himself back and healed up by a little something to make himself powerful, as Jarvan continues into the jungle, continuing his XP gain. Doing a really good job of his team, going around Nidalee. A great job coming down to gank in that lane. They were able to get 2 kills out of that. So Riot now picks it up at 4-1.
Yeah, so right there, the Equalizer, the ultimate from Rumble. Pretty cool ability. It has its own targeting mechanic, where when you rest the ability, you actually click and drag your mouse, and you vector target where you want the missiles to land. He's got a bunch of rockets that shoot up into the air, but then they land on the ground and actually burn an area of the ground, in addition to just doing damage when the rockets collide. So you paint basically the area you want to shoot instead of just coming out from where your character is or making a wall perpendicular with you. And you say, well, I want it to start here and end there, and you just draw a line that shoots out. And these rockets, they land in the area, they do a ton of damage. Right now, he's actually just chasing down this enemy, the enemy Rumble. He's overheated himself, giving him actually a lot of bonus attack damage while he's overheated. He doesn't have an ultimate back up, but Nidalee coming in right there off from the side, blowing up Rumble very, very quickly. They're doing a great job this game. They have lost one person, but I think they're up like 4 or 5-1 now, so they're in really good shape this game. Pretty much crushing the IGN opposition. But yeah, once you put that Equalizer down, you've targeted it, it just damages everyone in that line, and then it burns the area on the ground for a short time, dealing more damage and pulling everybody stands on it. So it's a really, really powerful AoE spell. It really just blows up team fights quite nicely. And you can see him burning down the rest of these minion waves with his flamethrower, earning up some nice gold for himself.
Who wants a piece of this?
Moving on towards the middle of that, the Lizard has respawned. Nidalee's going for that one full force. He might steal it. I'd laugh if he did. Aww, he should have stolen it from Seraph. He doesn't need breath buff. Alright, so here they come. They are now down to the middle. Oh! Heimerdinger taking some damage from Nidalee. There's the Equalizer. You can see him just getting slowed and picked down. He's almost definitely going to die. Seraph brings up that kill, and we're going to chase back down onto Singe. Can they chase Singe? Usually not a great idea to chase that poison trail, but they're going to do what they can. It looks like Nida's going to come around from the right-hand side and cut him off. He does land the spear toss right there. Now Tobster off on the right-hand side does see him, and there comes Seraph into range. Electro Harpoon comes out, will not quite hit. He lets the beautiful Singe slowing him down quite a lot. Nidalee getting forced back, and wow, that Equalizer putting them quite low now. Pharaoh pointing down to about a third health, trying to run away. Looks like he'll make it out. Seraph still hiding off in the jungle. Let's see what they can do from this.
Yeah, really good map control right now by Riot. They've been able to go around. A great back spear coming out of the hands of Seraph, taking down Rumble. Right now he's about 1/4 health, but I believe there is also a Singe around there. Seraph trying to escape here, and he's going to look for the walls. The puddle going down. Jarvan flips, and he could be poisoned on this one, but he uses his flag to get away. A nice dodge there. A good kill by Seraph as she takes down Rumble, getting out of that fight, but to only come back in, get another spear in there. Seraph being very elusive in his fighting right now. Tobster trying to stay there as well and look tasty treats. so the other team does not go away. And here comes Rumble again. Heimer going in, but possibly overcommitting, trying to get Heimer on this one, but he does get away. The Electro Harpoon misses, and the effect does stack. So if he's hit the first time, it's usually easier to hit that second one, and that person is definitely going down if your team can get more CC on him. Right now, they have him pushed back to their turret. Like I said, no turrets have been pushed yet. That is global gold for the team, and it definitely helps to push a lane because the other team has to focus on where the minions are and make sure that wave is at least pushed so no more turrets aren't taking damage.
Yeah, so the map positioning and map control are really the huge things in this map. One cool thing for Heimerdinger is he's actually a great defensive champion because he has those turrets of his own to put down that can really keep people from pushing down bases. As long as he keeps paying attention and keeps putting the damage where he wants it. So you always got to be a little bit careful while fighting against the Heimerdinger. He's very, very defensive, and he's got a lot of crash goals, but man, the damage up, but coming back down to Jarvan. Jarvan getting low. Oh, he barely manages to jump through that flag toss. Almost going to drop by the equalizer. The entire team chasing him down, and Rumble's going to put one. Ooh, he almost puts one down of his own, but he's going to back off of that one. They're still chasing down across the map. Singe diving into the turret range now. Can they get enough damage? Puts the equalizer down for himself. Looks like he's going to go down. One drops right there. Now Rumble's stuck inside of tower range. He's got to be careful. Still going to go into the left, but he's going into the enemy base. So let's see if they can if they can close him off right now. Scratchman coming off. Terrapony will find Rumble coming up back towards the top of the map. They have not yet found that second kill for themselves. Let's see if they can get anything else done right here. He's going to shoot out some harpoons, will not land anything. Looks like the enemy Rumble too far away to get anything done. That's going to be an ended conflict.
So right now at 14 minutes, it's 8-2 in favor of the Rioters as they continue here to push over on Twisted Tree Line. The Rioters are blue, IGN is purple as they come into this matchup. Still nobody yet to go for the dragon buff on the map. The jungle has been utilized towards the bottom half of the map as they have been getting red buff and trying to jungle around so they can continue to get XP when the lanes are pushed. So Rioters definitely making good use of everything on the map. And here we go, the first attack, and they will start to go for Dragon to get this buff. It is a huge buff on Twisted Tree Line, but it looks like they may be interrupted here. It looks like it's going to be a 3v2 situation as everybody starts to exit the battle. Singe throws down the puddle, and they will continue. Singe now alting, goes for the flip. A lot of damage going to Riot Toadster, but they're trying to focus now on to, I believe, yeah, that was Rumble. Killed by Seraph, not able to kill him. They were just taking too much damage. It looks like the Rioters are quite tanky at this point. Seraph being able to heal the pokes that the IGN team is trying to put onto Riot, and that really put them over on that fight. They were able to take out one, understand that they were overpowered, and get out of that fight before losing more, which is a very smart idea. Possibly regrouping, getting some more XP. Definitely need some items as it seems from that last fight.
Yeah, great job by Riot. Seraph came in just at the right time. They kind of, it's a great time to gank someone when they're trying to fight Dragon or take a buff around the map. You want to kill them while they're they're otherwise occupied, otherwise getting low. So it's a great time for the IGN team to come in, but Seraph came at the right time. They ran away, got out of range of the Dragon. Took him off that fight list. It was back to a 3v3 instead of a 3v4. And they did a really good job from there and picked everything else up. So Toadster dueling a Heimerdinger turret, getting pretty low against it. It was a pretty close fight actually. So careful there, man. But they're gonna both try to all recall back to the base. Looks like they'll make it out pretty safely. Seraph, the only one left standing right now, and we'll see if he goes back as well. But back to full health in the base, going to run down towards the bottom lane. Going to go ahead and acquire some more gold and experience, level himself up, try to win some more fights. Seraph, pretty low on health. Going to have to be a little bit careful about that. He's going to be in kind of the danger zone against some of his enemy champions. It could be a dangerous place to be. So far, just killing lots of minions, earning himself tons of gold right here. And that's going to work pretty well.
You can see up towards the top lane, we have 3 IGN members. Looks like Jarvan, Heimer, great damage from Jarvan. Will he get the stun? He will not, but it still does damage as he gets that armor pen on from his Q. That procs for a few seconds after he's able to land it. It looks like Rumble wants something from this one. He is going to pursue, but he will not find Heimerdinger. He's probably back. He took quite a bit of damage. Jarvan was able to take about a third of his health each time he did a hit. And we're going to have to see these guys now pushing 3 top lanes. Seraph giving himself a heal, but almost out of mana as he tries to take down Heimer's turret. So they know he's there. Heimer's turrets do act as detection if you're trying to attack it or being attacked by it if you find one in the jungle. We're going to see that they will meet some minions by this turret, but they're going to be able to take it out since they have a wave of their own. Turrets will be aggressive towards your minions unless you attack one of the champions near the turret. Then it will turn to you. And right now they're going to take advantage of having that few hits on the turret, back up, a few more minions to come up, and only looks like Jarvan is going to stay up top as the fight to the jungle now goes on. Rumble trying to commit here. Heimerdinger coming up from behind, possibly throwing out a grenade at some point. Trying to stun somebody. No, he does not. He's going for the turret set down first, but he sets him down quite far from the fight. And ulting, he will not be able to help as Rumble goes down in the fight. No, he saves himself with Scrap Shield. Finally goes down, but Seraph also falls. And it looks like they will now be chasing Heimerdinger past his turrets. They cannot ult anymore, so they're going to be able to make it right by him. He is at half health right now, and there is the proc from the Harpoon. He is just slowed down so much. And then the second one is a cast for free from Rumble. A great character to have that little bit of CC and slow down somebody so Jarvan can keep initiating on the fight.
That was a great initiation from Riot right there. The equalizer cast was actually perfect. He dropped it right on that ledge, right into the jungle right there. And Jarvan just sort of baited them across it, and Singed and Rumble just willingly took hundreds of damage running across that magma field. They picked up those 2 kills really solidly, but then Heimerdinger just kind of soloed Seraph and was like, yeah, I have turrets. He'll probably go die now. And destroyed Seraph with that, and then they managed to say, well, look, we're a little bit tanky, we can probably tank these turrets for a little while, and just drove him right through the that was really good. I don't think surprising right there. But he was one of that fight was great. Overheating right there, going to try with himself, he has some more physical damage in the meantime, and he's going to recall back to base, probably pick up right this Crystal Scepter. I think he has a budget for it. Oh wait, no, there's a fight going off. He will try to let the equalizer, won't put it out quite yet. He's going to look for a place to cut them off. He does have the cooldown, and there we go, Heimerdinger picked up. Lots of damage on the Jarvan. Now Singed running that play as well. Pulls out the Harpoon. Oh, the equalizer is so good for the enemy Jarvan. It has cut off Token right there, but the equalizer coming back now here. This is going to be a dead Rumble. And Singed unable to chase him because it's that slow. He's getting right out there. Possibly able to select the Harpoon out there. Seraph with the kill on Heimerdinger. Now only Singed is alive. We saw this last time where it was 2 kills for 1, and then the pickup right here. Placebetter putting out the damage. He's going to get that ace right there. Good job killing onto Singed. And that is another 3-1 fight. Right, just pulling ahead with each one of these.
Yeah, these fights, the 1v1 fights are really coming down to that last bit of health. The great scrap shields coming out of the hands of Rumble, Feral Pony, to save himself from the poison, as well as more flings from Singed, and he was just able to keep that flame on Singed, the flame spitter. And that's actually a hard thing to do. It's kind of like Corky's Gatling. You got to make sure you're facing your opponent, so there's times you have to turn away, but continue to keep it on the person to do enough damage to get them to want to turn around, and that's really when you can take advantage of the Harpoon, proc it again, and then just continue to win the fight. Great ace by these guys as they come out on that fight. We're going to see what they can do. The first turret has been taken. You can see Seraph taking advantage of that on top lane. He is pushing that Rumble back to try to get to that inner inhibitor turret. And we're going to have to see if Riot can take one of those inhibitors soon, which will give them a great advantage over the IGN players.
Yeah, they're going to really hope for just keeping that advantage going again. Heimerdinger is such a great defensive champion. They can sort of stall this game out and keep themselves in the battle for a while and possibly scale up with items. Really, Riot has the advantage in pretty much every measurable metric here, but yeah, there's always the chance of pulling it out, making it close to the game, and winning out. Singed becomes a pretty unstoppable champion. He's pretty much just, if he doesn't want to die, he pretty much can't.
You don't have to kill me twice.
And then Heimerdinger just has such great defensive prowess. And the fact that these turrets, you know, he's a powerful champion by himself. Having only 3 opponents really allows him to really stay the battle and really zone a certain area of the map as his own and keep people from entering it. In most cases, he's that equalizer put out the damage. Heimerdinger melted right there. Instead, unable to run as well. He drops down to the 2v2. Equalizer completely halting their movement. That's one of the great things about what Rumble does here. And then on top of that, he's bought an item called Riot. What that means is every one of his offensive damage abilities actually has a slow on top of it, and that stacks with his spells. So when he drops down the equalizer, it slows like a good 40%. You add 15 on top of that, you're just like, oh, now I can't move anymore.
Permanent wither.
Yeah, permanent wither, and oh man, Seraph jumping up top is completely crushed down right there. Taken down to the top turret, diving into the base. That is everywhere. And Riot getting into base. You can see they're on down to the inhibitor turret. And those who don't know, the inhibitor's right here. That's the building they're killing right now. The giant blue dude up top. That's preventing the spawn of giant super minions. You know, every 45 seconds you stop, a group of minions spawn. But there's an amazing super minion that would spawn when these buildings die, which we'll see very shortly, which are giant, beefy guys with cannonballs for arms, using tons of damage. You really can't beat them without help from champions, and they really help execute this game. You got the part right in the base, and really nice to push on the way. And here we go, Jarvan jumping onto the pin, taking tons of damage. Equalizer now unable to be captured, thousands of overheating, but doing what he can, waiting for that to cool down. Now his equalizer is back up. He could put that out, waiting for Seraph to come across the back right here. And they could come for a giant fight. They're still trying to push back these minions. Unfortunately, they're pretty much out of reinforcement for themselves. They can't move the base so hard just yet. But they're still able to heal themselves quite nicely. They have either lifesteal or shields or just that straight heal from Seraph. And they're waiting for the next minion to spawn, which probably should continue super quickly. And we're going to see... oh, there it is. Yep, at the bottom of the screen, the cannonballs for arms. Super Minion has come up here, has tons of health. You'll see it just not die during this fight and just barrel all the way through the base.
Yeah, so at one point in the game, if you're a squishy caster, Super Minions can actually do a lot of damage to you. So they're actually something the champions like outskilling. Usually more than one champion. Great job right there. Good job by Rumble coming in. Great initiation coming in from Nidalee Spear as well. They're able to take a lot of damage, or give a lot of damage to the IGN team right there. They have one more turret as opposed to two they would be facing at Summoner's Rift to take out the Nexus. Great flash by Rumble as he exits Jarvan's ultimate. Looks like Heimerdinger trying to stay on the platform to keep himself healed a little bit. As he stands next to the turret, his passive will heal turrets. It's quite slow, but it'll definitely get a little bit of help back to that turret, and it will heal itself. They were able to take him down right on top of his fountain as he was gaining health. Actually, I think it was outside that ring that he is going to be gaining health. It looks like Heimer will try to keep the damage around his turret. A very good job there. He was the one taking damage, and he was trying to get them to take damage as well. It's really what you want to do if you know you're going down. Get as much damage on that opposing player as possible, but a valiant attempt by the IGN on this first game here on Twisted Tree Line. Looks like the Rioters are going to pick up that Nexus, and that was about a 23-minute battle.
They're going to get pushed back by Singe right now. They're both have no mana, so Singe running in there.
Never mind.
The base alive for a short time, but minions constantly flowing in. Actually, Seraph coming in from the bottom as well, actually into the base this time. Going to get forced back a little bit by Singe, but Topster, though, splitting in the attention, has come up to the top lane. He's looking for the top inhibitor now, so it's pretty much darn if you do, darn if you don't. Singe chasing immediately out of the base, but he's still losing the top of his base. So it's getting pretty scary. Rumble has come back in and defend. There are now no defensive replacements left for IGN team. They have an inhibitor and a Nexus, and their lower inhibitor will eventually respawn, so the Super Minions will eventually stop spawning. They're going to have about another 3 minutes of that action, and then it's going to be gone. And they will no longer get the Super Minions as the inhibitor respawns. But they're going to have to find a way to end this game. They're probably going to go first for some buffs. They're going to pick up this Lizard here, maybe the Dragon up top, and then just push for the win and end it.
That would be the smartest idea. They have map control right now. They can pretty much do whatever they want. Grab the easy buffs to make that fight really favorable for them the next time they go in and initiate. And they will be able to initiate. They won't have to wait for the team to overextend. Like you said, they really have no base defenses right now. All the turrets have been taken down. The only thing that's stopping them from taking out the Nexus is if the inhibitor respawns at this point. And right now, they're really on their way to getting this game within the next few minutes. Looks like they're going to have 2 go bottom. Nidalee is soloing Dragon by herself. We do have Jargon flying through, and he is going to flag toss himself into the base, and it does not look like they can find out in time, and it looks like he will be able to do enough damage. No, to half health. Nidalee on the other side. Oh no, it's Pharaoh Pony on the other side, dropping down his ultimate, trying to save. There's his ultimate, rather. The enemy ultimate going off first. Pharaoh Pony dropping his ultimate right on the team as they are forced to stay in it. Like we said, that 25% plus 15% from Riot is slow. You could see as they could not make it out of that in time, and they were taking a lot of damage. Whereas Nidalee coming out of the jungle, and here could be a final push by the Riders.
Yeah, they're pushing up for the top inhibitor. That's probably one of the favorite places to be. Love it for that Nexus fountain. It's pretty hard for them to get themselves. They have pushed in. The Heimerdinger getting extremely low. Gets picked down by Seraph. There we see Singe in the front, not taking enough. Good job by Cataclysm, and getting the last hit from Pharaoh Pony right there. And they've got the inhibitor. There's almost nothing standing between them and the Nexus down. Enemy Rumble just getting destroyed right there, dropping himself down. Nexus will go down, and Riot will win this game with Twisted Tree Line. Only game like that. Ridiculous crushing right there. Takes a sip of his coffee.
Victory!
Pharaoh Pony, what do you have to say about yourself? Good try, right?
Would you like some coffee?
No thanks, I don't like coffee.